Between 1953 and 1956, the Royal Commonwealth Society for the Blind carried out a survey of blindness in West Africa. The task was to arrive at the number of blind in northern Ghana and northern Nigeria, and to find ways of reducing the amount of blinding diseases in those countries. The survey cost £48,000 and was carried out by Dr. Roger, an ophthalmic surgeon who spent 18 months in Ghana and 2.5 years in Nigeria, and the late Dr. Crisp, an entomologist who was over 2 years in northern Ghana. Dr. Crisp was to study the fly which spreads river blindness by examining freshly caught flies under the microscope. Dr. Roger examined 7,000 men and women and 1,300 children of a bewildering variety of tribes and languages. During the whole of the survey, visits were made to small towns and villages wherever the population was most dense, interspersing it with visits to some of the more inaccessible and sparsely populated areas, selected generally from the map. During these journeys, one Land Rover had its springs wrenched off, and on another occasion, the frame of a car was buckled and Dr. Roger thrown violently out. Here Dr. Roger is arriving at a village on the plateau of northern Nigeria, and the first thing we see him doing is to gain the confidence of the chief or village headman and arrange where the blind should assemble. The team is a small unit which can set up within tents a complete eye clinic with sterile trays, inspection lamp, ophthalmoscope, and a biomicroscope. This unit could also set up a theatre for major operations. The commonest causes of blindness were trachoma, a contagious disease, senile cataract, and especially in Ghana, onchocerciasis. In areas where this river blindness is found, snips of skin were taken from patients. It is by examination of these that the disease can be identified. Blood samples were also examined. We will now see the work which Dr. Crisp was doing. This river is dangerous. In it the fly breeds which causes such widespread blindness among the people of the villages of northern Ghana. Dr. Crisp required great numbers to be caught, which he could examine microscopically, as well as the larvae and pupae which are here being collected. In this work, Dr. Crisp and his team traveled for over 30,000 miles, much of it on foot or bicycle, to remote depopulated spots. The main task was to discover how the insect survives the dry season, when most rivers cease to flow. Evidence suggested strongly that it was in the adult stage. Trials have shown that it is easiest and cheapest to attack the larval stage, and the simplest way is to treat the river with a solution of DDT in fuel oil or a DDT emulsion. The Royal Commonwealth Society for the Blind hopes that the work of Dr. Roger and the late Dr. Crisp will enable this human tragedy to be grasped, and that in future there will be many less than 400,000 West African men, women and children who cannot see this glorious African sunset.